Hi friends, this is Lady Flora and I wanted to tell you about our Sea Life book haul unit thing. We would start with the oceans, learning the oceans across the globe, and then the larger creatures in the ocean, and then work our way down to the smaller creatures in the coral reef and down to shells and identifying shells. So I'm going to start with the books that we already had at our house, because I guess maybe living in Florida or something, you get a lot of books about the ocean and sea life. This book is kind of random, Captain Kitty, but it is so adorable. It's all rhyming, and it's all about this cat and his crew and how they go to this tropical island where the natives only wear smiles. It's really, really adorable. I Spy in the Ocean, kind of a simple book. I think I got this for my daughter when she was pretty young. It spells out the different sea creatures, like E is for eel. Aren't those like the friendliest eels you've ever seen? They look nice. And then we have these two books, which are essentially the same book. It's sea creatures hiding behind things. And I'll have all of these linked in the description box below so you can check them out. This one's just slightly larger, Who's Hiding in the Ocean. This book is awesome. This book is really, really cool. It's National Geographic, and we get the magazines, National Geographic Little Kids magazines, which are also really good, but it's just really cool the way the information is laid out. This is perfect for kindergarten, preschool, first grade maybe. It's written in a way that I would describe as being lively. So this is one I definitely recommend. First big book of the ocean. Now these are the books that we got from the library, and I ordered them based on, or I requested them based on reviews on Amazon, positive reviews. Also a few of these are inspired from Pepper and Pine's videos on her oceanography unit, and some of them just looked really good. This one just had really good reviews on Amazon, and so far I really like it. It's The Children's Guide to Sea Creatures, and I really like the way the information is laid out. You can just get cool little facts about each creature, and the illustrations are really interesting. And I think we're going to be using this book with the little TOOB creatures that we got. I think we're going to be matching them up and seeing what is what. This one is another recommendation from Pepper and Pine. Curious Critters, Marine Animals. And it's very interesting. There's like a little story and a picture to go with each one. I looked at this with my daughter, and I have to say we were sort of not feeling it, but I think this would be much better as a read aloud. Maybe while she's drawing pictures, I should read this out loud to her instead of just looking at it as a picture book. Octopuses, Strange and Wonderful. Also from Pepper and Pine's recommendation. This looks like a very good book. Lots of cool illustrations. So I wanted to do some read alouds, and I knew that I was going to be doing Pagu. That's I think it's a chapter book about a hermit crab, and I knew I wanted to do that in the second part of our unit. But for the first part of the unit, I kind of wanted something similar, and I was really looking for a story about a whale or a turtle or something, you know, some anthropomorphized story of animals in the ocean and how they interact and everything. I had a hard time finding it, but I did find this, Narwhal, Unicorn of the Sea. I didn't realize it. I thought it was a chapter book, but it's actually a graphic novel. My daughter loves this book so much. She's already read it 5 times. More than 5 times. She loves it so much. It's very innocent, but it's also very modern, kind of cool, I guess. Just so we understand what narwhals are, we went ahead and got this book by the same name, Narwhals, Unicorns of the Sea, which looks pretty cool. It's just kind of looks like a story about a pod of narwhals and how they survive and how they escape danger. And then so far this has been my favorite of the library books. The Usborne Big Book of Sea Creatures. Beautiful images, and then I love the size comparison. So this picture is comparing the blue whale to a humpback whale, to orcas, to manatees, and to a sperm whale. So it gives you a really good idea about how big these creatures really are. Now the only thing I would say about this is I was kind of surprised in the shark section. I'm not sure why these sharks are so scary. I think they did a little extra eyeliner under there to make him look a little extra intimidating. I don't know if that was necessary, but otherwise this has been my very favorite book. I just looked at this whole book with my daughter a few minutes ago and her attention was held the entire time. So since Narwhal, Unicorn of the Sea didn't quite work out as a read aloud chapter book, I was looking for something else and I found these. It's the Lighthouse family. This book was called The Whale. There was another one called The Turtle and another one called The Octopus. And I thought, this looks perfect. I'm really surprised I haven't heard anybody talking about them. They're very, very sweet stories. And so in this story, they find a lost baby beluga whale and they help the baby find her mother. The last thing that I got for our sea life unit is these TOOBs of sea creatures. And this one is ocean. And this one is coral reef. I find that my daughter gets so excited about these kind of things. I feel like it really helps her learn when she can get her hands on something, when it's a toy, then she can bring imaginative play into learning, and that is really valuable. I always try to keep my units or my lessons with lots of interesting books, lots of storybooks, hands-on activities, crafts, some kind of toy, hopefully a field trip of some kind. I feel like that adds so much more dimension to the information, and then that way she's learning on all the different styles of learning are being checked off. Please stay tuned for more updates. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a part 1. There's probably going to be a part 2 when we decide to go more into coral reefs and shells. If you want to see any of the crafts or activities that we're doing, you can follow our blog, which is in the description below. I'm on Pinterest as well if you would like to see what I'm pinning on Pinterest. Thank you so much for watching. Please go outside and have a sublime day.